anything. I know he's a very devout Christian. So Dr. can kindly do us the honors. Shall we welcome him in the Nazi Council?
Shall we pray? Thank you so much for this opportunity to have this Congress. We seek your presence here. We seek your favor here as we deliberate on the annual report and seek guidance and strength to carry all the decisions that we take. We commit everything to God. We are very sure that with your presence, everything will end successfully. In the mighty name of Jesus, we are praying in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Amen.
For those of us who have lost track of the words, we may turn to the page 7 of the Congress brochure. The anthem is there. Bo Augustine Tony Papa 1 go. Bo Augustine Tony Papa no Panya Meso Osabe Ebi Brimka for Ho Enya Aso Koko Lecture Nipa Bo Augustine Henada Popa Ohotoni Monica Neba Tihena So Najujaye Amaya Fata Yamenete again Mbo Auguste Henada Popa Ohotoni Monica Neba Tihena So Najujaye Amaya Fata Yamenete. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. What I have mine is just going to be a shortened version of what you are holding in the brochure that we produced for the Congress. Chairman of Congress, colleagues, members of the National Executive Council, members of the Secretariat, colleague management, invited guests, APSUians. As required by the Constitution of our Union, I hereby present to Congress in my capacity as the Chairman of the NEC a report of your Executive Council since the last Congress held in March 2017. At the last Congress, Union elections were held to fill all the 9 executive positions of APSU. These executives were sworn into office immediately and been in office since then. They're all working. Other officials that were appointed by the NEC to support in the efficient administration of the Union were as follows. Ex-official members of NEC. In accordance with Article 9.2a of the Constitution, 5 persons were appointed as ex-official members to the NEC. The full complement of the ex-official members now are Sir Dr. Lawrence Honey, APSU 62, Professor Cliff N.B. Tego, APSU 69, David Newton, APSU 73, Peter Zwenes, APSU 80, and Julius Opoku Ajayi, APSU 88. In accordance with Article 9.2a(f) of the same Constitution, 2 slots were reserved for the external branches. However, modalities to operationalize these slots are yet to be activated. Composition of committees. At its January 2018 meeting, the National Executive Council, having approved the report of the Almanac compilation team, constituted an Almanac review team to review comments and additional information. This is to enable it to undertake the appropriate review of the reference book and publication of the revised edition to coincide with the 95th anniversary of the college. The team is made up of Erika Tasson, APSU 1990, as chief editor, who's already done a very, very good job. very, very able engineer Kenashide, who's on the left, and Professor Sidney W.K. Adadeho, APSU 1958. We are honored that a 58 APSUian would want to help us on this. NEC is, however, undertaking appropriate consultation before constituting a website for the ICT committee and fundraising committees. Council of Patrons. After over 10 years of not having a Council of Patrons, the NEC in February 2016 approved for appointment 17 persons, as per Article 16 of the Constitution. Efforts are underway to enable the Council to have its maiden meeting before the end of the first quarter. APSU representation on boards and committees. The Union continues to have 2 representatives on the college's Board of Governors, in the persons of myself and Felix Anyisa, APSU 1978. 5 members continue to serve on the Board of Trustees of the Archbishop W.T. Porter Endowment Fund for the college. These are Dr. Anthony Say, myself, APSU 1980, as chairman, Erika Tassonu, APSU 1990, and secretary, and as secretary with Matthew Ama, APSU 73, Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr., APSU 94. Sorry, APSU 84. I actually just made him a younger APSUian than he is. It's APSU 84. And Joel Owusu-Boachi, APSU 92, as members, together with other members drawn from the college administration, PTA, and the college church. Administration of the Secretariat. Mr. Chairman, through no fault of the NEC, operations of the Union Secretariat located within the Pavilion E of the Ghana Trade Fair premises in Accra suffered some downturn over the period. This was mainly as a result of the cuts in electricity supply to the Trade Fair Center towards the end of 2015. Various attempts to have the situation dealt with continue to suffer knee-jerk breaks. Efforts may have to be made to relocate the Secretariat if the situation persists. The Secretariat nonetheless continues to be the focal point for all APSU-related activity, and we indeed encourage all APSUians to direct all official APSU business to the Secretariat. In May 2017, a new administrative secretary was appointed to replace the previous one, who resigned. The new staff, Mr. Michael Tavia Borted, has since wormed his way into the position and is doing just fine. Securing our corporate identity. The process of formally having the APSU emblem together with the college emblem fully patented in trust for the college is expected to be completed in the course of 2018 with the issuance of the relevant certificates. Procurement of souvenirs. Over the period, the Secretariat procured items such as polo shirts and college cloth to add to the lapel pins and various vehicle stickers to serve the interests of members who needed them. The Secretariat has over the period received a number of proposals for the procurement of APSU branded paraphernalia. These have been evaluated and a number of decisions taken based on merit. Efforts at opening up sale outlets for our various souvenirs using fuel filling stations, fuel service stations across the country remain on hold to enable more consultations to be taken on the implications of possible abuse. We appeal to members to exercise restraint and continue utilizing the available traditional outlets until the issue is resolved. Meanwhile, all organs are reminded that the usage of the college and or union logos for the production of any items must be first cleared in the Secretariat and express approval obtained before production is initiated. The APSU website and social platforms. The engagement of past students, both home and abroad, has been strengthened through the use of the redesigned APSU website. Work on the website only got completed in the last few weeks, and we would encourage members to take full advantage of the new look website in ensuring effective dissemination of timely and accurate information, as well as a much more concerted effort from all. One key feature of the redesigned website will be the e-newsletter, which would be published quarterly from now, as well as a feature that requires only registered APSUians access to key areas of the website. We will therefore encourage all year groups, branches and campus chapters to continuously feed the Secretariat with news, picture stories, articles, etc. to enable the e-newsletter to be effective in news circulation. The two APSU Facebook pages, APSU and APSU Global Platform, which together boast over 11,300 members worldwide, also continue to be key platforms for publicity and interaction. The posts on all these platforms in the form of stories, extensive pictures from the past, notices and updates, business issues, networking, consultation, and reminiscing that goes on in these platforms have continued to bind members together. Even though the use of Facebook has waned slightly in general terms, we still encourage you to join and actively participate. The WhatsApp platform for NEC members continue to serve as a quick link for dissemination of information, alerts, and general information between the Secretariat and the organs, and also among the various organs. This platform has really proven to be effective. Efforts by a firm with 3 APSU unions has submitted a proposal that would facilitate effective payments by the various organs. A decision on this will be taken at this Congress. Policies and Procedures Code. The increasing levels of enthusiasm in the activities of our various organs has led to a barrage of constant inquiries by them regarding the various policies and procedures as practiced within the union. With this background, the Secretariat in June 2015 began the drafting of the Policies and Procedures Code for the Union, bringing together all practices, conventions, guidelines, and bylaws as approved by Congress and/or NEC and in practice over the years. This is to provide a single document that will facilitate the operations of the unions at all levels. Congress in 2016 authorized NEC to scrutinize and approve the document. This was subsequently considered, approved, and ratified at the NEC meeting of 10 June 2017. Improving the media visibility for APSU programs. The National Executive Council, through its Secretariat, stepped up its effort at improving the media visibility of APSU programs through ensuring that radio interviews, newspaper features, phone-in chats were made available to the various national programs, while host year groups were assisted to secure similar media slots. APSU national activities. The period under review witnessed a marked improvement in activities of the union at the national level, as well as participation by members. Induction of finalists into APSU. This annual event took place on Easter Sunday in 2017, with a total of 666 finalists formally inducted into the union. A set of leadership elected by the group was also inducted into office, led by Solomon Dixon. Members of the group in Accra were subsequently taken through an orientation seminar in July 2017. Mentoring Program, SRC James Week. The mentoring session, traditionally held on July 1st as part of the SRC James Week activities, took place in 2017 with a much improved patronage. It is expected that many more members will factor this event in their itinerary and make it even bigger this year. Commemoration of Feast Day. The commemoration of the Feast of St. Augustine in 2017 was held in 2 parts. This was made up of a Thanksgiving Mass held at the St. Teresa's Minor Basilica in North Commission, Accra, followed closely by the Feast Day Commemorative Mass at Christ the King Parish in Cantonese, in Accra. Altogether, the event saw a good patronage by members, though much lower than had been envisaged. We are hopeful that subsequent commemorations will witness better participation. Other commemorations championed by APSU Western took place in Takoradi and other places. Compilation of College Projects Bank. The 2016 Congress requested the Secretariat to review and update the Union's project bank. This was to enable the various organs and other interested APSU unions to have a good glance at the various projects at the college, as well as generic estimates for each of them. In collaboration with the college administration, this exercise was completed in June 2016. The 7-page document was further reviewed in April 2017 and is now available to serve as a guide to all interested organs and individuals. Acknowledgement and publications of donations and support. Since 2015, NEC has taken steps to undertake annual publications in the national dailies, acknowledging and appreciating all the support received by National Secretariat over the period, either in support of the union's activities or for the college. It is hoped that publication of this will further deepen the levels of transparency exhibited by the leadership and encourage members in their quest to support the union and college. Projects completed and ongoing. The National Executive Council wishes to report on the various APSU secretariat-led projects as follows. College Bars and Track Project. In 2015, the College Bars and Track Project was launched. Over the period, a brand new 33-seater fully air-conditioned Hyundai County bus and a brand new Kia truck were purchased and presented to the college in March 2016 and March 2017 respectively. Even though today, just about half of the year groups out of the 38 or so operational year groups have made their payments, but without a single rating. External campus of chapters making payment with their levies. The Secretariat has managed to put in place other modalities to ensure that the pledge to present the 2 vehicles were duly met on schedule. We continue to appeal to the affected year groups, regional branches and external branches to make up the payment of their levies as soon as possible to enable all outstanding obligations to be met on the 2 vehicles in order to bring finality to the project. Almanac Compilation Team. At the 2015 Congress, the proposal for the compilation of the one-stop comprehensive reference material in the college, the union and APSU was approved for implementation. The 5-member Almanac Compilation Team was very diligent in the execution of its mandate as per their terms of reference and completed its task with the publication of the first ever reference book by an educational institution in Ghana. Under the title Conquering with Perseverance, Our Past, Our Present and Our Future, the 724-page book was launched in Accra at a very impressive ceremony in December 2017. It is expected that every APSUian will secure a copy of the book for himself, especially as only 2,000 copies were printed for the first edition. The Almanac Compilation Team has since submitted a comprehensive report on its activities over the 2 years period, bringing the work of the team to an end. A 3-member review team has since been constituted to receive comments, suggestions, as well as work towards the first revised edition, hopefully to coincide with the 95th college anniversary. At this juncture, I would like to place on record the appreciation of the NEC to the Almanac Compilation Team for honoring the union with such diligent dedication, which ensured the publication of this wonderful book in record time. In fact, if they are here, I know they are here. On that note, I recall a few seniors calling me and saying, "We can't believe, as we know, you cannot be an APSU if you don't have the college vision and mission statements, which were subsequently outlawed. The need to activate the drafting of the strategic plan for the college was approved by NEC in June 2016, has become even more necessary. The key objective of that document shall be to assist in developing benchmarks required in ensuring that the vision and mission as articulated are achieved in the medium to long term as envisioned. Further consultations shall be undertaken with the college administration and other stakeholders to ensure that the eventual product shall be one that will not just be good and acceptable, but which shall also serve as approved benchmarks in the attainment of strategic goals. The first refurbishment of senior science laboratory and alternative source for 4 facilities. The 2 streams, O-level and SSS, of the 1993 year group have worked feverishly towards the completion of the refurbishment of the senior science laboratory project. I'm laughing or smiling because I know what they went through. Additionally, they have worked towards also providing the college with alternative sources of power using solar panels for the senior science laboratory, classroom blocks A, geography block, and an 18-unit classroom block. The union received full assurance that these projects will be completed, and I'm glad to say they have completed it. wishes to express the appreciation of the entire union to the leadership and members of the 1993 year group for spearheading this worthy project. On that note also, if the leaders are here, can they stand up so that we can show our appreciation? Reporting forms to enable all organs, that's year groups, regional branches, external branches, and campus chapters to report their activities to the Secretariat. It was also to enable the Secretariat appreciate the challenges of the organs and their input for planning general activities for the Union. It is, however, unfortunate that today, only a few year groups have submitted their formal reports for the period under review. We continue to appeal to all year groups, regional branches, external branches, and campus chapters to report on their activities to the Secretariat as they fall in. NEC has attempted to present highlights of these reports as were received from organs over the period. Year groups. Various year groups various reports were received from 21 year groups, highlighting key activities, achievements, projections, and challenges. These are contained in a detailed report presented to delegates. You can find them in the report. In the evaluation of the reports received, one challenge that ran through most of them was the threat of low patronage during the year group meetings and activities, as well as this matter may need to be discussed broadly by Congress and ONEC, and some workable solutions need to be found. The refreshing thing, however, is that a number of the year groups continue to acknowledge the efforts of the Union Secretariat in coordinating of the activities as well as the prompt dissemination of information, thus enhancing the effectiveness of the year groups. Regional branches. Even though reports were not submitted by the 3 operating regions, other reports received from these regions indicated that, with the exception of Western region, which is functioning effectively, APSU Central and Ashanti regions were struggling to grow. Brief reports on the activities of each regional branch are, however, contained in the detailed report as presented. Follow-up visits and participation by the NEC to the various regional activities could not take place as envisaged. It is expected that when undertaken, this could further help in strengthening our regional branches. Campus chapters. With the redefinition of the role of APSU HOPSA campus chapters within the larger APSU body, these chapters have been boosted with an larger APSU body. These chapters have been boosted with an increased relevance within the body, which has translated into some good activism. In the last few weeks, attempts by our members in the University for Professional Studies in Lagos, formerly IPS, bore fruit as the University Administration granted approval for APSU HOPSA to be formally established in that university. The formal inauguration took place 2 weeks ago. We wish to encourage our 5 campus chapters to continue exploring with NEC and the regional branches effective approaches by which the organization of their key activities, including the annual APSU HOPSA homecoming, will be transformed into achieving effective outcomes that inure to their lasting benefit. The peculiar challenge that runs through these campus chapters is the need for mentorship through improved interaction with senior APSUians in the corporate world, as well as the transition between one team of the executives and the next. The Secretariat intends to put together a program to support the campus chapters in this, including the challenge of financing. Even though the Union Secretariat is here to organize a meeting with the apex leadership of APSU HOPSA, a workable arrangement currently exists among the top echelons of the leadership. That arrangement, however, seems to be frustrated each year due to lack of transitional arrangements between the outgoing and the incoming leaderships on the campuses. External branches. The national work to undertake in terms of improving the coordination of activities of the external branches for much more effectiveness. However, reports on the 3 external branches are as follows. APSU Canada. The branch organized its 3rd APSU Global Reunion in July 2017, aimed at bringing together all members from the North American region. The program continues to prove as an effective platform, albeit with lower turnouts than anticipated. APSU UK. The APSU UK organizes re-inauguration dinner and dance in October 2017 to celebrate its Silver Jubilee. The event was hugely successful and it brought about several APSUians together with their spouses and other guests. The branch is currently fully energized and is poised for greater activism in the coming year. APSU USA. The USA external branch was virtually dormant in 2017. The NEC will, in the coming year, engage the various leadership groups in the US Federation and facilitate moves towards a singly national branch that will effectively coordinate activities there. The NEC wishes to use this opportunity to appeal to all year groups, campus chapters, external and regional branches to take the periodic reporting requirements and comply as they fall due. Social needs of members. In line with the union's policy, the various year groups, regional and external branches have over the period been diligent in ensuring that their colleague members are adequately supported at various times when the situation calls for it, be it marriages, sickness, and death, among others. NEC continues to explore enhanced means of ensuring that the best welfare packages are put in place by the various organs for the benefit of their members. Relationship between APSU and the college. The relationship between the union and the college continues to improve with the passage of each day. The headmaster's increased involvement of APSU in some major decisions has been extremely encouraging, as has his general administration of the college in consultation with the Board of Governors and PTA. Alumni relationships. APSU-HOPSA relationship. Mr. Chairman, one area that we have still not achieved as much as we have envisaged is the fostering of our relationship with the National Union of Whole Child Class Students Association. This has, however, begun to pick up slowly, very slowly. Over the last year, for instance, we received an invitation from our beloved sisters, which was honored at the highest level. Interestingly, our sisters did not seem to reciprocate this invitation, just as was the case at the just ended launch of the reference group. We, however, remain hopeful that the activism of our sisters, some of the year groups, would translate to the national levels and flourish to our mutual benefit. Relationship with our other alumni groupings. The Secretariat received several invitations from sister alumni bodies. This included 4 from the Panskin Old Boys Association, MOBA, to the 141st anniversary MOBA Parade 2017 Thanksgiving service, MOBA Annual Engagement Series, and 3rd MOBA Conference in March, July, and August 2017. All were respectively honored. Another invitation was received from the Ghana National College Old Students Association to its 3rd Nkrumah Planch Mensa King Nelson Sakifi lectures. That was also honored. Other invitations were received from Adisadel Old Boys Association towards the college's 107th fundraising dinner and Infantsman Old Girls Association fundraising dinner, both in November 2017. All these invitations were fully honored at the highest possible level and brought closer the bonds of friendship among the Cape Coast School. Archbishop W.T. Porter Endowment Fund. Earlier in 2016, the Board of Trustees of the Archbishop W.T. Endowment Fund sent reminders to all members who had made pledges during the launch of the fund in 2012, totaling 30,550 Ghana cedis. The Secretariat has since made efforts to pursue these donors for redemption of their pledges. When the initial payments are lodged, a fund manager will then be appointed to take over the management of the funds as received. Some people have made some payments, others haven't made them, and will continue to pursue. We are also hoping that year groups and other well-meaning APSUians will begin making regular contributions to the fund. Earlier monies lodged in APSU Endowment Fund, still in treasury bills but not transferred to this new fund, would all be aggregated together. Currently, there's another proposal being seriously considered for the fund to be relaunched. I think it's a proposal that we should consider seriously because it will make our lives a lot easier if we had a proper fund with adequate finances in it to be able to do the things that we want to do. Donations received. Over the period, the Secretariat was notified of the following projects and donations made to the college during the operational year. Whilst expressing the appreciation to these groups and individuals, we would encourage all others to channel their donations through the Secretariat, or at least notify it of all donations made, to enable it to capture them for proper acknowledgement. These were APSU 1992, APSU 87, APSU 89, APSU 1990, APSU 97, APSU 71, APSU 94, APSU 2000, APSU 2001, APSU 2002, APSU 2007 year groups. They made these contributions. If your year group made any contribution that hasn't been mentioned, it's just because you didn't notify us and we're not in a position to know what you had done at the time. Financing the union's activities. The APSU Congress in 2016 approved next first zero budget, as the Secretary what he meant by zero budget, as is required by the union's constitution. The performance of that budget was presented at the 2017 Congress. The performance of that budget, as was presented at the 2017 Congress, was not impressive in the least. The situation in 2017 operational year appears to have improved just slightly as per the attached financial statement. We've added it for your perusal. It is expected that all organs would fully cooperate with the NEC in ensuring that attempts to sustain APSU as a vibrant union will be successful for our collective benefit. Program of Activities 2018. The National Executive Council at its last meeting held in January 2018 considered the broad framework upon which its 2018 program of activities was to be based. The thrust of this year's program is thus to ensure the attainment of optimum effectiveness whilst engaging as many members everywhere as possible. The program outline, which incorporated major highlights of the organs, is ready, and we wish to encourage all members to fully participate in these programs as it relates to them. All year groups, regions, branches, and chapters are to ensure that all the activities that extend beyond their group's mandate are first cleared with the Secretariat before they are undertaken. Conclusion. Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, and members of Congress, I have attempted in this report to reignite the passion for this issue that we all share. I have also tried to nurture the desire that many of you have proven to share, that we move beyond our current state of affairs and move boldly into one which we dare to believe that we can achieve exploits. So many of you have given us hope that our discussions and the work we have undertaken together can lead to something truly significant. We remain truly grateful for this encouragement, but let us not just live in hope, but work hard to translate this into reality. May God be our guide in all this, APSU, and let the response constantly remain action entertainment. On that note, my motion for adoption. On that note, Mr. Chairman, I beg to move for the report of the APSU National Executive Council covering the 2017 operational year to be laid before Congress for deliberation and approval. I so move.
Showing that the project that we are undertaking were brought to this stage. Thank you so much. God bless you. So forth for our Pochikakra, whether in Accra, in Kumasi, one in June in Kumasi. The SRC Jet Week mentoring program meant for 3rd July has been shifted because 3rd July is a Saturday and it will be difficult to have people moving down here for a mentorship program on Sunday. So we propose to have it on 30th June, which is a Saturday. And then we have our feast, commemoration of the Feast of St. Augustine. We'll have a lecture on Friday the 24th of August. And then we have the Mass on Tuesday the 28th of August. Per the discussion from NEC, we are hoping that this time we'll be able to have an evening Mass on that 28th at whatever parish we agree to have it, so that we can ensure maximum participation. And then in September, we propose to have an Apochakakra in Accra, followed by a general meeting and Apochakakra in Takoradi in October, and then a general meeting of all APSUians in Accra in December. This is essentially the shell of activities we intend to have. Alongside this, we will liaise, as the President said, with the APSU officer campus branches for modalities to be drawn on how we'll have, or they will have the annual APSU officer homecoming program, which is currently on hold. And then we'll coordinate with APSU 1994 to finalize program for the college's 89th anniversary and speech day activities. And then we will have working visits to APSU Ashanti, Western and Central regions. And then we will improve the coordination of activities of APSU Canada, UK, and more particularly the US Federation, so that they can have one unified country branch to facilitate the activities of APSU then, proposed by our chairman. The statement begins from 26 and end on 28. Now, for the summary of our expenditure, as per the approved budget for last year, we have 3 expenditure lines generally for recurrent expenditure, and these are administration of the secretariat, meetings, and then projects, programs, and activities. And so you find the various figures there, covering rent, utilities, salaries, stationery, NEC, committee meetings, APSU Congress, Amana compilation, induction of the finalists, college finalists, fees of university, and other activities. They are all listed there under those 3 expenditure lines. Then we have our capital expenditure made up of outstanding payment on the bus, purchase of the truck, maintenance of the bus and the truck, publication of the Amana, and cost of loan to date. And those figures are also indicated there. Altogether, we realize that whereas we budgeted an expenditure of 347,691 Ghana cedis, actual expenditure was 261,153 Ghana cedis, and we have a variance, actual budget to actual variance of 86,538 Ghana cedis. Then for income proceeds, we have the college bus and truck levies, bringing in a total of 28,625 cedis out of a budgeted figure of 267,000. And then we have the annual subscription from the APSU owners. We have 33,250 instead of 45,000. So we have a variance of 11,750. Sale of souvenirs, we had 7,620 instead of a budgeted figure of 4,000, and so we have a positive variance of 3,600. Sponsorship from APSUians, we budgeted 30,000, we received none. Sale and distribution of the reference book, we budgeted 52,500, and we have, as of now, 95,640, and so a positive variance of 43,000. Loans obtained from Samuel Owusu and APSU for investment fund, we had not budgeted for it, but the total amount was 116,580. And then other donations budgeted 27,000. We actually received 1,255. And so that's about the income proceeds. And then for our liabilities, we still, if you remember last year's Congress, we indicated that we had a debt to our president, 26,000 cedis. That debt remains. And then we, in addition, have an indebtedness to that